The fundamentals of leadership, 5 skills. Every new leader must master. Leadership isn't complicated. It's consistent. Here's the truth. Leadership isn't about charisma, credentials, or corner offices. It's about consistency. New leaders often think they need to have it all figured out, that leadership starts once you arrive. But leadership doesn't start with position. It starts with practice. If you can stay consistent in 5 simple fundamentals, you can grow into any level of leadership. Because great leadership isn't built in big moments. It's built in daily behaviors. So today, we're breaking down the 5 essential skills every new leader must master. The skills that will make you reliable, respected, and ready for whatever comes next. Let's count them down. Skill number 5. Communicate clearly and consistently. The first skill new leaders struggle with isn't vision, it's communication. You might know where you're going, but if you can't articulate it clearly and consistently, your team won't follow you there. Clear communication isn't about talking more, it's about talking with purpose. Most leaders communicate reactively. They speak when there's a problem, clarify only when confusion hits, and assume people get it. But clarity doesn't happen by accident. It happens by design. You need to over-communicate expectations until they're unmistakable. You need to repeat values until they feel like culture. You need to explain the why behind decisions so people connect to purpose, not just tasks. Because uncertainty drains motivation faster than any workload ever will. Think of clarity as oxygen. When it's missing, everything suffocates. Great communication equals fewer surprises, faster trust, and stronger collaboration. Leadership mindset reflection. Where do you assume your team understands what you mean when they might still be unclear? How can you communicate not just to be heard, but to be understood? Write down one message this week that deserves clearer communication, and deliver it with intention. Skill number 4. Listen actively and attentively. Most leaders talk too much because silence feels like weakness. But the most powerful leaders listen more than they speak. When you listen well, you don't just collect information, you collect insight. You learn what people actually need, what they're afraid to say, and what they truly care about. Active listening isn't about nodding politely. It's about presence. It's asking questions that invite depth. It's giving people space to finish their thoughts without interruption. It's reflecting back what you heard so people know you get it. Listening communicates respect faster than any compliment. It builds trust before authority ever does. And when people feel heard, they're not just more engaged, they're more honest. That honesty gives you better decisions, fewer surprises, and a stronger culture. Leadership mindset, reflection. When's the last time you listened to someone without preparing your reply in your head? This week, pick one conversation and focus completely on listening. No advice, no fixing, just understanding. Watch how much trust that single moment builds. Skill number 3, model accountability and ownership. You can't expect accountability from others if you don't live it yourself. When things go right, give credit away. When things go wrong, take responsibility first. That's leadership. Accountability is about building credibility, not control. It's about showing your team that ownership isn't punishment, it's power. Weak leaders deflect. Strong leaders absorb. They say, I own this, even when it's uncomfortable. The moment you model accountability, something shifts in your culture. Excuses decrease. Initiative increases. People stop waiting for direction and start leading themselves. Because ownership is contagious. Leadership mindset. Reflection. Think about one situation this week where you could take more ownership, even if it wasn't directly your fault. What message would that send to your team about how leadership works here? Skill number 2. Coach, don't control how great leaders build capability. Instead of dependees, a lot of new leaders think their job is to have all the answers. But the best leaders don't give answers. they create thinkers. If you're solving every problem yourself, you're not leading. You're limiting. Coaching leadership sounds like this. What do you think we should do? What's the lesson here? What would you try if you had full ownership? Every time you ask a question like that, you're building capability instead of dependency. When people start thinking for themselves, they take more initiative, make better decisions, and start to lead others naturally. That's how leadership multiplies. Control creates compliance, but coaching creates commitment. Leadership mindset. Reflection. How many times this week did you give a directive instead of asking a question? Choose one person on your team to start coaching more, not by telling, but by guiding. Skill number 1. Lead yourself first. The core of credibility and consistency. You can't lead others effectively until you can lead yourself consistently. Every decision, every tone, every behavior. Your team is watching it all. They're learning what's acceptable, what's expected, and what's non-negotiable based on your example. If your words and actions don't match, people stop listening. If your habits don't reflect discipline, people stop believing. Self-leadership is your greatest credibility. It's about showing up on time, even when no one's watching. It's about owning your attitude, even when the day gets messy. It's about controlling your emotions, because your reaction sets the emotional climate for everyone else. People rarely rise above the standard of the leader they follow. If you want a stronger team, be the strongest example. Leadership mindset reflection. What's one habit that's slipping for you right now, and what will your team learn if it continues? Lead yourself like the kind of leader you wish you had. That's the beginning of mastery. Leadership is built on basics. You don't need to know everything. You just need to start practicing consistently. Because these fundamentals are more than skills. They're signals. They signal to your team that you're reliable, trustworthy, and ready to grow with them. Clarity, listening, accountability, coaching, self-leadership. If you master those 5, you'll have more influence, more respect, and more peace of mind than most leaders ever find. Because leadership isn't about being perfect, it's about being predictable in your principles. Leadership Mindset Challenge. This week, pick one of these 5 fundamentals. Just one. Focus on it for 7 days. Every day, ask yourself, how did I practice this today? At the end of the week, reflect. What changed? In me, in my energy, and in how my team responded. Leadership doesn't grow in the classroom. It grows in the practice. If this episode sharpened your focus and reminded you that great leadership starts with simple consistency, follow and subscribe to Leadership Mindset Daily, then share it with someone stepping into leadership for the first time. This is Leadership Mindset Daily. Mindset matters. Leadership matters. You matter. Follow Leadership Mindset Daily on YouTube, Instagram, Facebook, TikTok, Threads, and X for your daily dose of proven leadership development tips, tricks, and techniques. See you tomorrow.